It's February, which is the month of love, and I wanted to create this kind of sultry, sexy Valentine's makeup look for you. I'm honestly obsessed with how this turned out. Like, it's giving Hollywood glamour. I mean, it wasn't intended to look like that, especially with the hair, but I just love it. So if you want to see how I achieved this entire look, then carry on watching. As always, we're going to start off with brows because brows are personally just boring. It takes me 10 minutes to do. It's the same thing again and again and again. So as this is a Valentine's kind of like flirty, sexy makeup look, I want it to be dark, but not too dark. I'm going to use an OG palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I mean, this is probably so out of date now, but who remembers this palette? I'm just going to quickly put my eyes with a concealer. This is the H&B Cosmetics Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer in the shade SF3N. I'm literally like scraping the brow on now. I feel like I have another one somewhere, but I've just not been bothered to look, or I've just not been bothered to order another one. Just setting my eyelids. I tend to do this now with neutral eyeshadows. When it's colourful eyeshadows, I will never do that just because the colour is a lot more pigmented. It doesn't kind of like dull the shades down. But if it's neutrals, yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, it just turns out a lot better now that I do this. I'm first going to dip into the shade Cypress Umber, I think this is called, yeah. This is like the darkest brown. I will always start with like the second darkest shade instead of black because I'd rather add the depth afterwards. As you can see, what I've done, I kind of just like rounded that shade off on the outer corner and then just slightly brought it onto my lid, like lash line ever so slightly. The next shade I'm going to dip into is called Rustic. This is kind of like your typical mid kind of like brown shade. It's a bit like a medium brown. I'm not going to go completely over the top of the shade Cypress Umber. I'm just going to do like 50% on and 50% off. That is always like, it's not my rule, but I've heard this for so many years. Doing 50% on and 50% off the previous shade you've just used and kind of, again, just bring it out. Next shade is gonna be Burnt Orange. Now this, literally I've hit pan so badly, so I'm literally having to like scrape around the edges, but again, do 50% on and 50% off the previous shade. Whilst I'm blending this, what does everyone think of Valentine's Day? Like, personally, it's not something I massively care about. Like, it's nice to obviously celebrate it every now and then, but I just think like you've got the entire year to celebrate the person you love, whether it's your, like, you know, partner, whether it's family members, even yourself. You've got to still celebrate yourself as well. Always put yourself first. Self-love is very important. I know it's obviously really nice to prioritise other people, but you know, self-love always comes first. How have I got eyeshadow on my top? Also, yes, I do have a top on. But where's this eyeshadow come from? Is it what on earth? So this is how the eyeshadow is looking so far. Looks like not much is going on. So that is your first blend basically. Your first blend is never gonna look perfect. So I'm just gonna go back in with all the same eyeshadows in the same order, do all the same steps, and we're just gonna build that colour up in the outer corner. Now that I've brought all the shadows out just a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with the shade Noir, which is oh my god, I just choked, what the hell. Yeah, gonna go in with the shade Noir, which is the black. Oh my god, I don't even know where that come from. I literally just choked on nothing. So this shade is just gonna add depth, so I'm just gonna lightly layer the black up. You don't want to go in too heavy, but I'm just gonna keep it quite low. I don't want to drag the black out too much. Not entirely sure if I do want to add a bit of shimmer. I don't know. I really like the matte. So yeah, I'm going to just do the other eye off camera because obviously you don't need to see me do the exact same steps. But yeah, whether we'll add some shimmer, I don't know. It depends. It depends how it looks. So that is both eyes done. I think they're both even. I just wanted it really smoking, kind of just like curved in ever so slightly. And obviously I just have to sharpen it up. Do you see what I mean? Like how it just looks much more cleaner. Like I don't feel like I like doing just like the smokiness on the outer corner. Like it needs to be nice and sharp. If you don't get that reference, then you're going to be thinking, what the hell? Just watch TikTok and you'll know. Onto the base. So I'm not going anywhere, but I still want to prime my face. I'm actually going to try something new. I mean, how have I not tried this yet? So yeah, I'm going to prime my face. So this is the Beauty Crop We Cherie Double XL Gripping Primer. I actually do not know how much to put on, so I could be putting on way too much now, but we shall see. Is that making me go red? Oh my god, I don't even know. Before I forget, which I nearly did, I'm going to spot conceal first. So I'm going to use the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Ginger. This is literally the best concealer if you want to cover any acne scarring or any breakouts you may have. I'll always use like a fluffy, kind of like, still fluffy but dense as well, eyeshadow brush and just go over any scars that I have. I don't really have any breakouts, like my skin's quite smooth. It's literally just the scarring that is left behind. I'm just going to let that concealer sit. I don't think I'm even going to blend it either. I don't tend to blend it, if I'm honest, and I feel like I've gone a bit in too much. Like, I feel like I've put on way more than I usually would. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty. This is the Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear foundation. I absolutely love this. Like, even if I do powder, you can still kind of see like the luminosity come through. Mine is in the shade 300. Oof, this looks a little dark. We can work with it. I'm just going to tap this all over the face. Like, why does it... When I bought this matched me, I've used this multiple times. It looks a little dark. On camera it doesn't, but when I look in the mirror, it doesn't match me 100%. Can you see like the luminous of this foundation? Like that glow? Oh, do you know what? If I wasn't an oily combination girly, I would love to just not set this. I mean, if you're someone that doesn't set your foundation, like, how do you actually go about your day? Like, I'm not really a face toucher, to be honest with you. I stopped doing that years ago because that can cause like breakouts and whatever, because you obviously don't know what you're touching throughout the day. But like, people that don't set their base, how are you actually doing that? Like, does your base not move throughout the day? Like, does it just not? I don't even know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. The concealer is definitely going to balance this all out because I'm slightly looking a bit orange, a bit umpa-lumpa, a bit not too dark. I'm not even being that dramatic, what the hell. But yeah, for concealer I'm going to use the House Lab Skin Tech Triclone Skin Tech Concealer. This is in the shade Light Golden 10. So yeah, I was like, what the hell? I have two different concealers, so I was like, am I sure I'm putting this one on first? So I'm just going to pop this one under the eyes, and it's just going to, you know, it's going to, you can see it's clearly lighter than the foundation, but yeah, it will balance it all out. And then just go in with my favourite concealer brush and just blend that out. I'm going to go in with a second concealer. So this is the Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer. Why is it not focusing? The H&B Cosmetics Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer in the shade SF1.5W. I will always use a lighter shade. Like, I know that previous concealer was light, but you can see how even bright this one is. So I'll just use that in the inner corners only. Also just a little dab on the forehead. Because we are doing such a dark lip and dark eye, well, it's like dark eye, it's still dark and it's still quite smoky, but because we are doing like dark features, I do want to keep like the centre of my face like still bright. Now I feel like I am normal colour, like I match a lot better. This is what I mean, concealer just fixes everything. Cream bronzer, so this is an oldie but a goodie. Sorry, but how the hell does makeup get everywhere in my hands when I've not even touched anything? But yeah, cream bronzer, this is an oldie but a goodie. You can't even get this anymore, so it's like in the archive if you've still got one, thank God. So fingers crossed they bring these back. But this is the Doll Beauty Gimme Sun Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Medium Deep. I do like medium, but it's just a bit too light for me, even when like I don't have a tan. When I'm at my palest, like, I'd prefer medium deep. This is seriously creamy, so a little bit goes a long way. Honestly, like, I've hit pan. I hit pan ages ago, and yeah, fingers crossed they bring these back. So just put the excess on the back of my hand, and I'm really working that into the brush. And then I'll just softly blend it out onto the cheekbones. I still want to keep this look quite warm, so it may look like a lot straight away, but this honestly just blends out so beautifully. Blends like butter, like you can see. As much as I love my pink blush, I just don't feel like it's gonna go with the lip as well, because I'm doing a red lip. We've got a dark smoky eye and then having a pink cheek. I just feel like it's going to completely like throw off the whole look. So I want to keep it quite like neutral and quite peachy. So I'm going to use the H&B Cosmetics Glossy Skin Blush Tint. This is from the Muted collection. So this is Muted 2, because the first one's just a bit too bright. Like it's more of a brighter version than this. So yeah, this is going to go perfect with this. It's just going to have that like natural flush of colour. I always tend to bring my blush like on the cheek area here, but I kind of just want to keep it more kind of like more lifted. So I'm definitely going to keep it on my temples like I always do, but I just want to keep it more kind of under the outer corner of my eye and then just drag it upwards. Time to set this base in place, because as gorgeous as this look, like how glossy my skin looks, how dewy. I can't leave it like that. I can't leave it like that. It needs to be set. It needs to be matte. First powder I'm going to use is the Be Perfect Katie Daily Perfect Powder. This is in the shade Vanilla. This is only, I feel like, have I said this in a video? I probably have. If I have, apologies if you haven't seen the video. This powder is only for the under eyes, in my eyes, because I did a video on TikTok and it made me look like I had a ghost. So I can only use this for under the eyes, not the entire face, because if you want me to change colour, that ain't acceptable. It's not acceptable. So I'm just going to use this for under the eyes. I'm not going to usually, I would usually take it under like where my cheek is as well, but no, I just want to keep it in kind of like that triangle shape. Dip the powder puff into the powder. That is far too much to take the excess off in the back of your hand. I've also pinched my powder puff as well, because I just want to keep it in at that area. So just press that into area that you want and set it in place. I decided to do my entire T-zone as well, so just down the bridge of my nose, at the centre of my forehead, under my nose, and then on my chin also. And then of course going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Pound Cake. This is kind of like, they're kind of like similar shades to be fair, but yeah, this one definitely doesn't change like my base at all. Can you see that this loose powder just does not change the colour of my base at all? You can see the difference, like the centre looks very bright, and then when I'm using this Huda Beauty one, it doesn't dull down my foundation, it doesn't dull down my cream bronzer, my cream blush. Oh, this is why I just love it. It's literally the best. You can't even tell me any different. You can't tell me there's a better loose you can't tell me there's a better loose powder out there that is better than Huda Beauty. I just love it. Like, oh. Powder bronzer. I'm going to use my, this is a favourite. This is, I love this because I can use it when I'm tanned and when I'm not as well. Like, you're going to think it looks far too dark for me to wear now, but it's not, trust me. So this is the NARS Laguna powder bronzer. This is in the shade 6. I just absolutely love it. Like, you can really build up the colour. It's not far too pigmented, I think. Like, oh my god, like the warmth of it as well. It's kind of got like a slight, when I mean slight, I mean very slight, like a slight reddy undertone, and that is why I can wear it now to really warm the skin. Like, you can see the difference on my forehead, like before, after. That's what I mean. I can wear it when I'm tanned and when I'm not. Powder blush. Now, I don't actually have a lot of peachy, like corally blushes, like powder blushes, so I definitely need to find some. I feel like I have, what, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 at a push. My drawer is mostly pink blushes. That goes for liquid as well. So yeah, I need to get more coral brushes, but I'm going to go in with the Made by Mitchell Curve Case Pressed. I feel like I haven't used this for ages. I'm going to use the shade Melon Sorbet because I feel like this is just going to match my cream blush perfectly. I like to go in with a nice kind of like domed fluffy brush. I forgot, I think, no, these aren't like, they're pigmented but not like seriously pigmented. I can't remember. Ooh. Oh! Look at that. If you're not a blush wearer, what are you doing? Because look, no blush. Obviously the cream blush is underneath, but no blush. Blush. We are going to go in with a setting spray, even though I'm not going anywhere. Again, this is See, I want to keep the base matte, but I don't know what this is going to do. The Beauty Crop Weisha Rehydrating Setting Mist, so of course it's going to match the primer. I just don't want to look like super dewy. Okay, so the mist is... Ooh, smells nice too. The mist is very fine, so hopefully it doesn't make me look super glowy. Didn't feel really intense, if I'm completely honest, so I actually don't mind that. I didn't... It seemed like I put a lot on, but it doesn't feel like a lot either. It's like very lightweight. Do you know what? I actually really like that. I'm going to go in with a bit more. That has literally melted everything in beautifully. It looks seamless. Look at my hair. But that, my skin, like, I don't look overly dewy. Like, you can see, like, my forehead, like, that looks nice. My cheek area, like, it's not maybe not overly dewy, because some setting sprays can do that, and that's not what I wanted. This, on the other hand, is gorgeous. Okay, I found a new favourite setting spray. Now I'm just thinking, do we even want to put highlighter on, because I really like that glow. I might put a little bit on, but I do have the Be Perfect Polar Vortex. This is the Radiant Highlighter. This is in the shade Pink Icicle. It's more kind of like, I was going to say rose gold. It kind of gives that vibe when you put it on. Like, it's not really pink. Ooh. Ooh, it's kind of giving that like rose gold effect. Okay, so base is all done. I'm loving how that looks, especially after that setting spray. But I'm going to go and finish my eyes off camera. You don't need to see me do that, because it's just literally using all the same shades, just smoking it out underneath. And then, yeah, I'm going to add lashes. I don't think I want to do any shimmer, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm living for the matte eye. I have just put some eyeliner on in a corner eyeliner. I have to do this because I just feel like, with my eye shape, is it kind of like almond? I don't know, but I just feel like adding that in a corner, like, obviously it goes with like the makeup look, making it look quite sexy and sultry, but just with my eye shape, if I don't put that in a corner on, it just looks weird. It looks too round, and I'd rather have that kind of like sharpness. Lashes now. As is this more kind of like cat eye vibes, because we have like the sharpness on the outer corner. I want to keep that. I want to keep the eyes elongated. But I do have the Tatty Lashes Sultry Siren. I mean, this literally goes with this look anyway. I'm going to pop on some mascara. I don't really care what mascara is, if I'm honest with you, because I always wear lashes anyway. I've just popped the first lash on just to see how it looks. The difference. No lash, a lash. Look at the difference. Like, oh, I'm a lash girly through and through. On to one of my favourite parts is lips. I love a good lip combo. Like, oh my god. So, we have the dark eye. We're going to do a dark lip as well, because why not? Now, this step may be scary, so if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. This is just what I like to do, so you can follow along if you want to, but I feel like personally I love depth in a red lip. I can't just use one block colour. No, we need definition. We need definition on the outer part of the lip, and then the dark red in the centre. So I either use like a very, very, very dark brown, either eyeliner or lip liner, or even a black eyeliner. Like, I will go to that extreme. But I now have a very, very dark lip liner, which is perfect because, you know, eyeliners, like, they're smooth enough, but sometimes on the lips it's not good. So I'm going to use the Dull Beauty lip liner. This is one of their new shades in Irreplaceable. I also do have Killing It as well. I'm going to swatch them just like to compare. So that is Irreplaceable, and then that is Killing It. But I just feel like, right, I might go in with Killing It first, which is a dark brown, and then maybe go in with Irreplaceable afterwards, just because I don't want it like black basically. I just realised as well, I have my heater on in the background, so if you can hear, if you're wondering what that noise is, it's my heater. I'm freezing. Onto the red. So I have two options here. The first one is this Primark matte liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Ruby. Absolutely love this. But I also have the Made by Mitchell Cupid case. This is the, I think this is the Rose Garden one. I know he has like a nude palette and then he has like another one as well. I don't know what that one's called, but I swear this is called Rose Garden. The shade Going Rogue. I'm literally that one. I don't know. You can obviously see like the difference in shades and I'm like, oh, do I want like more of a burgundy dark lip? Do I want more like a red dark lip? I don't know. Or do I do with the shade in the middle that I've not even touched at all? This is called, it's called Ciao. Oh, actually, it might work. I did in fact actually go in with that very dark shade at the bottom, Going Rogue. I just feel like I didn't want it to be popping as much, so I added Going Rogue on top. I didn't bother wiping the other shade off. I just went over the top and oh, you see what I mean? This is why I love having like the depth around the edge. Like, oh, I don't know, I've not worn a red lip in forever. Like, oh my god, I forgot how much I actually love a red lip. I'm gonna go and fix my hair because that setting spray has made my hair look somewhat greasy. I'm just gonna go back over it and curl it and whatnot, and then we shall be done. Makeup look is now complete. What do we think? It's giving everything that I wanted it to. It's giving sexy, it's giving sultry. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Also the hair as well. You know that I'm not hair girly. I wanted to kind of do like Hollywood waves and I kind of achieved it. This front bit, I wish it had more volume. My hair's on the verge of going greasy, so it's a bit flat, but it still works. Also changed my top as well. Obviously you can't see the whole top, but this is actually the corset from White Fox. If you haven't seen Rachel Aries TikTok, she has a red one of this. I think it's in like a wine red. I now need it. It cinches you, it's stretchy, it's comfortable. Oh my god, the way it, oh my god, it's honestly the most flattering corset I've ever had on. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this makeup look. I'm going to put some overlay clips of it so you can see it up close, but I'm genuinely obsessed with how this has turned out. I love the dark red lip. I need to start doing dark red lips more. I love the smoky eye as well. I'm glad that I didn't add shimmer because, you know, I love on my eye. I can't be continuously adding shimmer all the time, so we have kind of like the glow from the highlighter. And, oh, I'm just in love. Why not be obsessed with yourself as much as you are obsessed with your partner? I mean, feel good and look good for yourself as well as them. But yeah, this is my Sultry Valentine's makeup look. Oh, I mean, whether I'm going to do this on Valentine's Day, not literally Valentine's Day because I'm working, but whether I'm going to do this for Valentine's, I don't know. I actually really love it. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. And oh my god, wow. I need to go out.